Well, speaking of galactic intercouncil stuff, great segue. I came across this video where they're talking about the CIA declassified, so like the remote viewers, that like can supposedly, they're basically like psychics, right?
Yeah.
So they can just like see future, past, current stuff in different locations on Earth and in the galaxy, apparently.
Chronovisor, right?
All CIA founded. Super weird. But apparently in the 80s, 1988, there was this remote viewer, and they rank it based off of accuracy. They do A to like F, I believe. And this one was circled like a B. So it was like a more accurate remote viewing session. And his task was to look up where this is so weird, the Galactic Federation headquarters is at. Did you see this?
I haven't seen this, but that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah. And
Right.
So this whole CIA document is just absolutely wild. So he's doing his whole little thing, right? And he talks about the surroundings where this Galactic Federation's at. It's in the U.S. or it's on our world, the Federation headquarters.
It's in Earth.
On Earth.
In Earth.
Listen.
It could be in Earth.
And in the
Be patient.
yeah.
Okay.
In and on.
In and on. But he like describes this place, and there's this whole write-up. This is the actual CIA document, right? So it's like
Yeah.
the guy's writing what this guy's talking about. But he talks about the surroundings, and there's these vast, huge mountains, very rocky, and then there's like a flat plateau, and then there's a giant lake. And the guy says it seems a lot like Lake Titicaca in Peru.
Mm.
Okay.
Maybe I pronounced that wrong because you laughed.
Well, I mean,
don't know for any
obviously.
reason.
Obviously.
Titicaca.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know where I think you were gonna say that.
Um,
Something else.
I was thinking Shambhala. It sounds like Shambhala a little bit, right? From
Or
the
it
Rorik
sounds like that
people?
place, where we talked about how the lake could have been like an energy conductor.
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't think that was a lake. I think it used to be a lake. You're thinking about China.
In China.
Yeah.
Yeah, there used to be an old lake bed.
Oh, okay.
Or
Okay.
it used to be like salt water.
They use salt water from a lake running through tunnels in the mountain.
Either way,
Yeah.
this guy talks about he entered this chamber, and there was this hallway, and then it led up to an inclined hallway. Just these megalith stone pillars on all sides. And he walked up it, and in the middle of this room was this altar. And he said he went and laid on this altar. This is the CIA remote viewer.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden from above, there was this, he said it was this beaming white light that went from his head to his toes. And then he looked, and there was a man, or he said an entity in a white robe standing there. And then he looked over, and there was a group of entities standing in white robes. And one of them walked over to him and then placed his hands on him. And it was the weirdest stuff ever, right?
Mhm.
Like this super weird. He said it seemed very spiritual, religious. He didn't know how to describe it. This was in 1988, right? Lake Titicaca.
Correct.
I can't stop laughing.
there has to be a better way to pronounce it.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Just make up
The
a better
commenters
way.
will let us know.
But it was in 2000 that these Italian archaeologists discovered that at the bottom of Lake Titicaca was this ancient city with an ancient temple
No way.
that really matched up with this CIA document.
Oh my gosh.
Don't
Yeah.
So wait, that means hold on a second. He was underground that whole time?
I don't
Under
know.
a lake?
I mean,
If we talk about these UFOs coming up from the water,
Wow.
That's a big
Right?
thing too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how much of that we've explored space more than we've explored the ocean.
yeah.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Like they say, well, what can we learn? It's like it seems like you can learn a lot.
quite a bit.
Yeah,
actually.
it seems
Dude,
like because the
I have-
government's literally saying there's things in this ocean. Hey, let's go figure that out.
They
or
already know.
Or we're
They've
not
explored.
allowed. Yeah.
There's a reason why whoever has the most powerful navy seems to have the most powerful military. It's like really is your navy determines everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 dude, I'm still hung up on the fact that the dude went into a room and said, "Altar, I'm gonna lay on that."
Oh, I know.
I know, right?
I'm
Hold
trying
on.
to figure
Wait,
that
there.
out.
He has a picture
Well,
of
it's
it.
just remote viewing.
Yes. What if I just walked in and just laid on your desk as you guys were podcasting?
We'll go find a dark
Look at
corner and
his
wait.
teammate in the remote viewing thing drew a picture of it, of like him laying on the thing and these robed beings.
They just drew
Coming over
straws.
to
So who is that?
Just a remote viewer.
I know, but I'm saying like, who is he seeing?
Oh yeah, I know.
Who are those people in the robes?
But yeah, like
Who are these people?
These people in robes.
those people in robes. There's a lot of light on me.
I lay down on an altar.
Baby caca. This says an Italian team discovered evidence of a pre-Columbian construction in 2000, including a large temple, paved road, and a retaining wall and terraced for crops. The monuments were estimated between 1,000 and 1,500 years old. But it's like, how do you even base that? Like, if I feel like all those dates are like so wrong with like predating stuff.
Just make it up.
Yeah,
for real.
because I mean, they talk about too. There's like megalithic blocks
Yeah.
underwater, and it's like
Yeah.
it's also the highest lake in the world.
Oh,
Which I'm
really?
the
Yeah.
highest up in elevation.
Elevation, yeah, it's 12,500 feet above sea level.
Wow.
What if there's significance to that?
I mean, well, we talk about like fallen angels and stuff,
Yeah.
like, and the importance of mountains and whatnot. Like the fallen angels descended upon Mount Hermon and whatnot. And so, like, if
So
there's
crazy.
if there's a body of water that is the highest elevation on Earth,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
And
Yeah.
and like the Bible talks about how God was like jealous for the attention of his people, or even just defending his own glory. So if there was this like fallen angel civilization high in the mountains and like we're above destruction, for like God to flood it and be like, "You're not beyond my reach."
Oh gosh.
So
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's what he did with Pharaoh. Like I
Yeah.
use that example all the time, but at the Egyptian thunder god's altar, that's where the Red Sea is. That's where that parted. So-
and there's a lot of folklore and stuff in South America of like Nephilim
Yeah.
and giants and weird stuff. Even the Nazis, that's where they like relocated.
Oh,
is
yeah.
South America, you know?
That conversation's so crazy.
Dude,
We
you could
just
go
did
down.
2 huge episodes on it. It's
Yeah.
our understanding of that whole thing is so off.
It's like we have like 2% of it, I
Ninjas.
think.
are butterflies.
Did I say ninja? I meant
The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations.
as an empty your mind.
You learn martial arts!
Ninjas are dead!